The market crashed yesterday, but today it seems like the script is completely flipped. Shiba Inu is slowly recovering. Almost 6.51 trillion Shiba Inu is on the move. Analysts are dropping their signals. The whole community is putting their efforts together. Around 4.6 million gone in 24 hours. But something big is coming. Donald Trump stepped in and stopped the bleeding. A new funding has been announced. What is happening? How will all of these make sense? What on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Today's looking like a pretty good day for Shiba Inu, especially after the sharp drop we saw yesterday. The price has already started to bounce back, and it's definitely a relief for everyone watching. We're seeing some solid recovery, which is a positive sign for the future. One Twitter analyst really nailed the vibe when he posted, "Another Shiba Inu dip is almost gone. Now it is time to reach new highs." It perfectly sums up what's happening. After the dip, it's looking like Shiba Inu is gearing up to make another push upward. It's like we're witnessing a fresh start. And if this momentum keeps up, we might be in for some exciting times ahead. But here's the thing. It's not just the price bounce that's catching attention. The numbers are pretty wild too. Analysts are reporting that Shiba Inu inflows have been absolutely soaring. Over the last 24 hours, Shiba Inu has jumped 7%. And here's where it gets interesting. Large holder inflows have skyrocketed by a staggering 553%. What this means is that a lot of funds are flowing into the big whale addresses, where large holders keep their coins. According to data from Into the Block, Shiba Inu saw a massive surge in these inflows, jumping from 1.27 trillion Shiba Inu to 6.51 trillion. This kind of spike in whale activity suggests that some big players are scooping up Shiba Inu, probably expecting that the dip will be a good opportunity to buy in before things pick up again. With the recent crypto market sell-off affecting meme coins like Shiba Inu, this sudden interest from whales could be a signal that they're positioning themselves for the next rally. So, with whales getting more involved and the price beginning to recover, Shiba Inu could be in for an interesting few days ahead. You might be wondering, though, what's really going on here? Why is all of this happening? What caused this sudden recovery for Shiba Inu? Well, if we take a step back and look at the bigger picture, it's actually starting to make sense. Turns out, Bitcoin is doing something pretty similar too. Bitcoin has also made a solid rebound, pushing back up toward the 100,000 mark again. This follows a sharp dip in its price, triggered by Trump's announcement of tariffs, which sparked a lot of fear and uncertainty among investors. That fear led to a big sell-off, and the market took a pretty serious hit. But now, it looks like that downward pressure is easing off, and things are starting to stabilize. So, as both Shiba Inu and Bitcoin start to recover, it seems like the market is shaking off the panic and starting to find its footing again. So, what's really driving this recovery? Well, it looks like it's not just the market crash that stopped, but there's some good news on the tariff front too. In fact, it was announced today that Trump's tariffs have been paused, at least temporarily. One Twitter analyst broke it down in a tweet today, saying the whole situation with Mexico and Canada is looking a lot better. With Mexico, after a productive chat with Trump, the president announced that Mexico is sending 10,000 National Guards to the border to fight. And as a result, the tariffs have been put on hold for a month. This shows progress toward a potential deal, which is a pretty positive sign. And with Canada, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau shared that U.S. tariffs are being delayed for 30 days following a good conversation with Trump. These updates are definitely helping calm the nerves in the market and could be part of why Shiba Inu and Bitcoin are starting to recover. And that's not all. Trump has also ordered the creation of a sovereign wealth fund that could eventually hold cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin. This move is huge for the crypto market. After Trump signed an executive order to start setting it up, Bitcoin's price quickly rebounded, crossing back over the $100,000 mark. According to a White House press release, Trump has tasked the Treasury and Commerce departments with creating a plan for the fund within 90 days. This plan will be developed by the Secretary of Commerce, the Secretary of Treasury, and other key government figures, and will focus on outlining the economic benefits, investment strategies, and governance structure of the fund. The goal is to boost the U.S.'s economic competitiveness in the long term while maintaining fiscal sustainability. The fund could even help reduce the tax burden on residents, strengthen the U.S.'s position on the global stage, and improve the nation's economic security. So, why is this big for Shiba Inu? Well, the fact that this sovereign wealth fund could hold cryptocurrencies means it's setting the stage for a more mainstream adoption of crypto in the future. And with Shiba Inu's growing utility and recognition in the market, there's a real possibility that it could be included in such a fund down the road. As Shiba Inu continues to establish itself, it could find itself in the mix, especially as more institutional investors and big players look to get involved with crypto. This is definitely something to keep an eye on, because it could have a big impact on Shiba Inu's future. Another factor driving this recovery is the ongoing effort from the Shiba Inu community, especially with the coin burns. Recently, there's been a noticeable jump in how much Shiba Inu is being burned. In fact, just in the past 24 hours, the community made some serious strides in reducing the circulating supply. A recent tweet highlighted that over 4.6 million Shiba Inu were sent to unspendable wallets, which is a huge leap in the burn rate, up by over 5 times what it was before. This kind of burn activity is significant because it reduces the total supply of Shiba Inu, which can help increase scarcity and potentially raise the value over time. So now, it makes total sense why Shiba Inu is starting to recover now. After all, the crash we saw was really just a temporary bump in the road, part of the natural ebb and flow of the market. These kinds of movements, ups and downs, are totally normal in the world of crypto. Markets can get a little unpredictable sometimes, but what we're seeing now is just the market stabilizing, finding its balance again. It's a healthy recovery, and it shows that despite the dips, there's still a lot of strength and momentum behind Shiba Inu. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. One analyst has suggested that this recent crash might not have been entirely organic. They speculated that it could have been a bit of market manipulation to create fear and panic, which would then allow bigger players to position themselves better for the next move. According to this analyst, the goal might have been to flush the market out, get everyone scared, and then make way for some big bullish news to come in. He even mentioned that he believes some major bullish crypto news could be coming this week, and this price dip was part of the strategy to set the stage for it. It's definitely an intriguing thought, and if something big does drop in the next few days, we could see a serious upward shift in the market. So right now, it's clear that these recent crashes aren't the end for Shiba Inu. In fact, many analysts are saying that this could actually be a great buying opportunity. For long-term holders, the outlook is still positive, and things are looking good for Shiba Inu. One analyst shared an interesting prediction about what the price could look like if Shiba Inu's market cap hits a certain milestone. According to the Crypto Basic, if Shiba Inu were to reach a market cap of $150 billion, the price could increase significantly. Right now, Shiba Inu is trading a bit lower than it was last week and month, but if the market cap grows by over 1,500%, Shiba Inu could see a massive price jump, around 1/4 cent, which would be a pretty big deal. This projection assumes the circulating supply stays steady at around 589 trillion coins. Looking at this from a broader perspective, even with the recent fluctuations, the potential for Shiba Inu's value to rise significantly is still very much alive. This kind of growth would be huge for those holding Shiba Inu in the long run, and it ties back to the strong recovery we're seeing now. If Shiba Inu can continue to grow in utility and attract more investors, this projection could eventually become a reality. Just like Lucy, a key member of the Shiba Inu army, said in her tweet, "We should always stay focused on our goals and not let the negativity get to us." She perfectly put it, ignore the noise. Focus on your goals. In times like this, when the market has its ups and downs, it's easy to get caught up in all the chaos and fear. But staying true to the long-term vision is what really matters. Right now, even though Shiba Inu has had its dips, the recovery is happening, and the community is still pushing forward. If everyone keeps their eyes on the bigger picture, focusing on the long-term potential, we could see Shiba Inu continue to grow and hit new milestones. So, as Lucy wisely said, it's all about tuning out the distractions and staying focused on what's ahead. With the Shiba Inu community and its goals in mind, there's still plenty of potential on the horizon. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Shiba Inu update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.
BlackRock finally breaks the silence. Let's not forget its massive impact on Shiba Inu. You remember how Shiba Inu tripled in price in just a couple of days? Well, looks like the story might repeat. The BlackRock with its billions of US dollars is ready for the next move. And that is a major win for Shiba Inu army and the entire crypto space. But what is actually happening? And why am I being so bullish? Well, let's find out. Disclaimer, it finally happened. The BlackRock Bitcoin Trust has finally flipped the grayscale. Bitcoin Trust as the largest Bitcoin ETF following the latest round of inflows. This development has been catching our attention for quite some time. Just after the Bitcoin ETF was approved back in January, we saw Grayscale, an entity with significant Bitcoin holdings, start dumping millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin every day. This created substantial selling pressure, causing multiple market crashes and leaving many of the world's largest Bitcoin companies in the world. To understand how this works, here's something important. When a large entity like Grayscale sells off massive amounts of Bitcoin, it floods the market with supply, driving down the price. This consistent selling created a downward force on the market, resulting in significant volatility and downturns. This is where the BlackRock joined with its daily accumulations of Bitcoin. Unlike Grayscale, which was offloading its holdings, BlackRock maintained a 71-day streak of consistent inflows. Without any dumping or flat numbers, this consistent buying acted as a counterbalance to Grayscale's selling. It was like a tug of war. Grayscale was creating significant selling. Pressure with its dumps, while BlackRock was scooping up the Bitcoin, steadily increasing its holdings. And now, with BlackRock's holdings finally exceeding Grayscale's, the dynamic shifts. The selling pressure from Grayscale won't be as massive as it was in the past because BlackRock is now the top holder. Shiba Inu holders are very happy right now. For some reason, Shiba Inu is super sensitive to Bitcoin movements, often reacting more dramatically than it should. For instance, when Bitcoin dumped by 5%, Shiba Inu followed suit, but dropped even more, sometimes by 10%. And now, with BlackRock's victory over Grayscale, this is very, very good news for Shiba Inu holders. The significant selling pressure from Grayscale's Bitcoin dumps had a ripple effect across the entire crypto market, hitting sensitive assets like Shiba Inu particularly hard. With BlackRock's victory over Grayscale, this is very, very good news for Shiba Inu holders. With BlackRock now holding the top spot and consistently buying Bitcoin, the entire crypto market is likely to experience more stability. This should help mitigate the extreme volatility that Shiba Inu often experiences in response to Bitcoin's movements. As a result, Shiba Inu holders can look forward to a more stable market environment, reducing the dramatic swings that have been so common. BlackRock now holds Bitcoins worth a staggering $19.4 billion. Eric Balchunas, a well-known ETF analyst, has the story. He said, from Bloomberg confirmed BlackRock's achievement, emphasizing that this fund is on track to make history as the fastest ETF to reach $20 billion in assets under management. The current record holder is the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF, which took 985 days to cross the $20 billion mark. Remarkably, the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF has only been trading for 137 days, including non-business days. To put this into perspective, the difference is astounding. Imagine running a marathon where most participants finish in around 900 days. Then, out of nowhere, someone comes along and finishes the same marathon in just 100 days. The sheer speed and efficiency are mind-blowing, highlighting just how rapidly the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF is growing compared to its predecessors. This incredible pace underscores the fund's unprecedented momentum, and the significant impact it could have on the market. And here's something interesting. Eric Balchunas mentioned in his Twitter post that he was a big fan of the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. It's official now. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF is king of the category, and prob will be for decades. The low fee, big boy liquidity, and his shares brand name is just too powerful. Although there's plenty of food for everyone. This tweet confirms that BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF has firmly established itself as the leader in its category. Eric predicts that this dominance is likely to last for decades, emphasizing the ETF's long-term potential. He points out three main strengths driving this success: its low fees, high liquidity, and the powerful issue's brand name. The low fees make the ETF cost-effective and attractive to investors. High liquidity means it can handle large transactions without significantly impacting the market price, ensuring smooth trading. The Ishar's brand name, known for its credibility and trustworthiness, further enhances the ETF's appeal. Even though BlackRock is leading the pack, Eric notes that there's plenty of food for everyone, suggesting that while BlackRock's dominance is clear, there is still ample opportunity for other players in the market to succeed. This underscores the robust and growing nature of the cryptocurrency ETF space. In addition to all of that, we've just hit 12 consecutive days of positive flows to Bitcoin ETFs. This is amazing, because in the past, Bitcoin ETFs often faced bumps in the road with periods of outflows or even flat activity. So now, seeing 12 straight days of inflows is a remarkable turnaround. This streak of continuous inflows indicates a growing confidence and interest in Bitcoin ETFs among investors. It means that more people are putting their money into these funds, betting on the long-term potential of Bitcoin and crypto in general. This positive trend suggests a bright future ahead for Bitcoin and its ETFs, as consistent inflows can lead to greater market stability and higher prices. The sustained interest and investment could mark the beginning of a more robust and resilient market for Bitcoin ETFs. And if you think that it only impacts Bitcoin, then you'll be wrong. As I have mentioned already, Bitcoin movements have a tight impact on Shiba Inu. This is probably one of the reasons Shiba Inu whales are going crazy today, because of all these good news. These positive developments could really mean that there is a bright future.